Hey boys and girls, this is Miss Williams doing your literacy video. Remember that you're using K.1 and we'll be reviewing that workbook. After spring break, we'll start K.4. And so if you haven't already picked up your workbook for the new 6 weeks, you will be able to come and pick it up after spring break, and it'll be K.4. And so right now we're just reviewing the letters and the sounds in the workbook K.1. Our letter that we're focusing on today is letter N, and just make sure that you do the sound where your tongue goes up. And think about the letter M, you have to put your lips together to make the sound. And so make sure that you can tell the difference. So letter N is also for nest. And then we have the word nest, nest. And then we have the capital N, lowercase n. And then remember that it makes the sound. Next, you should have these pages at home. These are the phonics pages just to practice the letters that we're studying. If you don't have these pages, just contact your teacher via Class Dojo. This one is the letter N is in the middle, and you can practice which pictures make the sound. So you have nose, acorn, nail, butterfly, nest, and kite. So if you're already able to listen for the first sound in the word, go ahead and try to practice writing more of the sounds for each word. So you can practice here, try to spell the word. You can do the word here for nail, butterfly, nest, and kite. And then you can just practice writing and then draw a line to the ones that start with N. And then also further directions are at the bottom. Next, I have a book that we were practicing in class and just reviewing. And first I'm going to play just the story. I'm going to turn the pages and just let you try to see if you can read the book without me reading it first. And here we go. And if you notice, it's going to focus on the sound that we did yesterday for letter I. Here's the title. Look at what they're doing. And I'll point to the words and see if you can sound them out and see how much of the sentence you can read before I go back and read it. Ready? Next sentence. Okay, so this one was a very short book. And I think did that one, sorry. Alright, so I'm going to read it to you and see how much of it you were able to read. And the name of the story, In the Pit. And it says, I make a pit. And then here's the hole or the pit. Next sentence, we can sit in my pit. Next one, Tim can tip a pan. I can tap a pan. It is a pen. So you can always go back and look at the video and practice the stories. Also, you have them, some of them in your workbook to practice. So eventually you need to read fast or quicker. And so once you've practiced the words and are more comfortable sounding them out, just practice reading quicker so that when you're tested on how long it takes you to read books in first grade, you'll already be successful and able to do that. Okay, I have another book, and this one is called Nip, Tap, Pen. And here it goes over the short I, and then it has the letter N, the sound for N. So what sound does short I, or what are the sounds for I? So we know we have the long I, but when we have the short I, it's I. And then we have N, and what sound does N make? Mm. Okay, so for letter I, short I, it has the words it, nip, pin, sit. Then for letter N, it has can, nip, and pin. Then our high frequency words, these are words that we just need to be able to look at and know them quickly. And so we have a, I, likes, make, my, we. And today we were talking about the letter Y and that it makes more than one sound, just like the vowels do. And so when we see my, there's no I, and it's a letter Y. And so that's one of those words we just have to be able to look at and know that that word is my. Also, we talked about when you add an S, it changes the word. So this one was makes. We have likes. If we did the S for pen, it would be pins. If we did the word sits, sit, and then you add S, it would be sits. Okay, so now I'm going to first do the story and see how much of the story you can read by yourself. Ready? Okay, so now I'm going to go back, read it to you. Hope there were some words you were able to sound out and blend. Okay, the name of the book, Nip, Tap, and Nip, Nip. I make a man. Tap, tap. A bird can sit. In pen. My cat likes it. We nip, tap, pen. And that's the end of the story. So go back and look at the video, practice reading the two stories that focus on our letters this week, I and N. And because we had the snowstorms, it changed our scope and sequence of what we're teaching during our review time. It kind of shortened it or changed it. So we'll be working on B and R as just a quick review, but I wanted to focus on some of the letters that sometimes the kids get confused with. But we'll also be going over B and R. And then last thing is our sight word. And just remember this one, my, we, make. And they can also change the first letter. You could change it to B and ask them, would the word be? Change it to M, what would the word be? If you change it to H, what would the word be? And if you added SH in front, what would the word be? Also for make, you can use the word C and take away the M and ask what would the word be. If you changed it to T, what would the word be? Letter R, letter B. If you did a capital J, what would the word be? And why would the word be capital J? You can change it to letter W, and what would the word change to? So make sure that you read the stories, practice, try to read the words, and make sure that you sound out all of your words in the stories eventually by yourself. We want you to be independent.